Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for sticking with us and continuing to watch the videos. You obviously have big plans in your business and want to take it much further than just a little hobby. So if that is you, then here are some more little things that you can be working on to make sure you do continue to grow and go far. Now, what I'm going to talk about is called IPAs. These are income producing activities. This is the bread and butter of your business, the core of your business. This is what's going to hold everything together. As long as you are completing these tasks, you're doing them, you're making sure that you stay consistent and do a couple of these every single day and making sure you dip into them, then you will achieve great things. And I know you can do it, right? You've gotten this far. I know you can. So what IPAs do is they do help you stay consistent. They help you grow and they help make you money because, like I've just said, the income producing activities. Now, there's some things in Scentsy that a lot of people do, or you can get stuck in, you can get lost in these things. And we call this the fluff. So for example, creating flyers, spending 3 hours creating a flyer, making it perfect is not an income producing activity. Making samples that takes you 3 hours to melt the wax, mold the wax, wait for the wax to dry, put them in pretty bags, then make a label that takes another hour, then printing the label, then doing this, then doing that, then doing the other. That is all great, but it's taken too much time, which if you don't have a lot of time, if you've got all the time in the world, you do that. As long as you are doing other income producing activities, you do that. However, I like to keep mine very simple. I like to use a crinkle cutter, slice through the wax, get it hide in a bag, get a sticker on there, a sticker with me information chucked on, and get them out the door, under people's noses, in the Happy Mail. Get the samples out. The intention is to make you money. You don't make samples just for the sake of making samples. You make samples so that people can smell your wax. They can smell the product. They can try new scents if they haven't tried them already. There is a reason to doing them things, and as long as you're making sure you send them and follow up on them, then that is great. But don't waste time on the fluff. Make sure you're doing things that are going to make you some money. So one of the main things is sponsoring, having conversations, building relationships and sponsoring. That is going to be the best way you can make an income and build a big business, is by sponsoring. You need to build those relationships to then be able to sponsor. Partying is going to be an incredible way to make some income, because not only are you getting one person to order, you're getting a number of people to order, then hopefully you're booking parties from that party, and then also possibly having joint conversations and sponsoring from that party also. So with that, you've got sponsoring, you've got partying. Partying can be a number of different things. It can be home parties, it can be online parties, bingo parties, text parties, scrolling parties, basket parties, borrow bags, on the go pouch parties, sip and sniffs. Like, there's so many different ways to do those things. And anything that I'm talking about, if you want to know more, go and type it into your workstation or head to YouTube or Facebook, and there is literally so many things and so many people sharing the information about it in more detail. So the way I kind of look at it is there's a lot of different IPAs. I'm going to name off a few, but if you want to see a full list, head to our group page and type in IPA or income producing activity, and there'll be a couple of documents and pictures uploaded where you can see kind of a list of IPAs. And I would just look at a couple of these daily, pick out a few every week that you want to do and get them done. But as long as you are doing some of these consistently all the time, over and over and over again, you're going to achieve massive, huge success. So, income producing, personal development, I do see as growth. So I actually break these down. Sorry, I'll just rewind back a little bit. I break these down kind of into 3 different areas. I like to think of them as growth, some of them as maintenance, and some of them as... I've got kids knocking at the door trying to call on my son, who is currently at school, so I don't know why they are not at school, but never mind. So then the third one is networking and development. Sorry about that. So in your growth, you've got things like personal development, working on yourself, training yourself, and like working on you as a whole. I look at that as growth. Then you've got follow-up, also growth. These are all under growth. I'm going to just go through these first. Like I said, party bookings, actually getting bookings for a party, handing out borrow bags, handing out basket parties, handing out samples in return for contact details. If you don't already know someone that you are giving the samples to, you need to get their information. In some way, shape or form, you need some of their information. Join conversations. Going live. Whether you're talking about Scentsy or not, going live is part of growing. Handing out recruitment packets. Online parties, home parties, we've talked about them. Taking orders is an IPA. Obviously, you're taking orders to then put them in, which then brings you an income. Upselling. Upselling is basically if someone asks for 2 bars of wax, you can say, did you know you can buy 5 and get 1 free? That is an income producing activity. Holding events. Now, personally, I don't do events. It doesn't work for me right now in my business. I don't have the space to store things. I also don't have the time to go to an event with the 3 children. It just doesn't work for me right now at this time in my business. Hopefully one day I will do events, but right now I don't. But that is something that you could be doing, which is an income producing activity. Fairs, same thing. Fundraisers. Fundraisers can be a huge, huge thing. Nobody knows you do them if you don't talk about them. Open house, so literally just let people come to your house, have a sniff of the testers. That's income producing. Delivering orders, right? Now, this is only income producing. If you don't spend a whole 6-hour day delivering your orders, like, yes, it's good to build connections and talk to people as you deliver if they want to have a conversation, but don't take too much time in delivering your orders. And then coaching calls with teamies and training your teamies. So this, to me, I'm doing this now to help you guys, which for me is income producing because that is going to benefit you in the long run, which then benefits me and so on. Then you've got things like maintenance, so the preparation tasks, okay? So really you should be looking at spending like majority of your time on them growth ones. The maintenance ones shouldn't take half as much of your time up, and you shouldn't waste as much time on these. So this one is your preparation stuff. So things like scheduling posts. That should take you like an hour a week. If you're going to do it, plan and schedule it. Just set a timer for an hour and just schedule as much as you possibly can. Sample making. Making a newsletter. Actually putting together your newsletter. Assembling borrow bags. So it shouldn't take you a whole day to put together like a borrow bag. For example, this doesn't take long to hoy in a little bag. Wall fan diffuser, pods, some testers, catalogue, scratch and sniff sheet, and some order forms. That doesn't take long to just throw together. Watching trainings. Now, that's fine. What I tend to do is I listen to trainings while I'm driving, while I'm in the shower, while I'm making tea, while I'm doing anything at all that doesn't require us to be talking. I have a training on in the background, like literally 99% of the time. But don't just sit listening to a training, unless it's obviously a live one and you're like partaking in it, without doing other things at the same time. Make it like kind of alongside something else. Unless you are obviously like yourselves, brand new, and you really want to take it all in, dedicate a set amount of time to the trainings. Unboxing orders shouldn't take you a lifetime. Get it unboxed, get it labelled, get it bagged up, get it ready to deliver. Customer mail outs, these things, these are this month's, they're very basic, they literally have a newsletter in. I designed it, well actually I took someone else's, I remade it my own. I have shared it in our team page, then literally stuffed it in an envelope with a scratch and sniff sticker on, and they just need the addresses wrote on there and they're good to go. Again, creating like your flyers, your stationery, your business cards. You don't want to spend too long doing these things. Other people are putting the time and effort in to create stuff on Canva, and they're all sharing their links. I share my links, and there's also a group called Canva Scentsy Boss Babes. Everyone is sharing all their links that they make and what they make, and they're sharing it for you, so you don't have to go and recreate it. You can just use that time wisely to, edit your own pictures and stuff in there. Sending thank yous and checking the news tab. They are all preparation tasks. And then again, like writing trainings. For me, I don't want to spend all day writing a training. I want to get it done. I want to get it shared with yourselves. I don't want to take too long. And then networking and developing. So in that one, for me, with the team, it's sending team mail. It takes us about 10 minutes. I get it written, I get it in envelopes, and I get it sent. Providing inspirational content, like just sharing quotes or sharing what I'm working on. It doesn't take long. Building relationships with other consultants is key, but you don't want to spend all of your time doing that either. And again, contributing to the Scentsy community. So this is something you should be thinking about. You should be trying to do this. It's sharing what you're doing, how you're doing it. Even if you are brand new, sharing it and getting in the habit of working together and sharing everything together. Interacting on networking groups and things like that. Yes, it's good and it helps build relationships and get new customers and things. However, you don't want to just be spending all your time doing that. So that video, this video here, based on IPAs, income producing activities, have a think about what I've talked about and try and kind of build some of them into your daily habits, into your weekly actions. Obviously, if you're just here to literally have a hobby and just put an order in here and there, then this kind of isn't for you. But if you ever do decide to take it further like I did, you can always come back and watch it. But if you're here to make as much as possible, then I'm telling you now, this is what you want to be looking at. IPAs, staying consistent, growing your team, building relationships, and having party hosts. So, best of luck. I know you can do this. See you soon.